I got all the way to Cranberry. Now, if those of you who know the area at all, when you leave Northfield, get on the turnpike and you drive, you get off at Cranberry and then go towards the Meadows on whatever road that is. 40 minutes away. Not even. Maybe half an hour away from the track, and I had to turn around and go back home to cancel the races, which sucks. But I'm like, well, it was going to rain all day and be muddy. Whatever. You know, the last thing you want to do is see the horses be in a race on a track where they could potentially be injured. And I don't want to race on a track where you could potentially get muddy. So it's not the end of the world. I'm thinking, wow, it's not the end of the world. We still got the horses tonight, right? We got ready for landing. Collector. We'll be fine. Oh, wait. They canceled all the races today and the qualifiers tomorrow at Mohawk. So, less than ideal, to say the least. Less than ideal. But what are you going to do? This is spring weather in January, though. That's the frustrating part, is that we really will have to go through this when you're supposed to every year, right? So a wasted week in the sense that we don't get to race some of our power. Well, I mean, we had 6 in today. All 6, I think, were 9-1. 9-2, I think, was the longest shot. And all 6, truthfully, looked like they had a pretty good shot. A little mini shot to do some good today. And, of course, now with the track the way it is, what happens is when you have such a vicious freeze for an extended period of time, you get ice, water and ice trapped in the track. And then when it goes to come out, it creates frost holes, right? And I suspect that's what took place today at the Meadows. Sloppy, muddy track, and you get frost holes. So, are they going anywhere overnight? Or are we going to have much of the same tomorrow? Last thing I want to do is race Unbeatable Kemp on a track that is subpar and borderline, I don't want to say dangerous, but not an ideal situation for a horse like him to race on. And Patrick DePrano, of course, older horse like him, you never want to even remotely put him in harm's way. Not that we would ever put anybody in harm's way, but there's racing on a crappy day, and then if you continue down that path, then you get to race on a track that is subpar. And you might have saw a little bit of that the other night. I can only guess, because I saw as the night went on at Northfield, there was more scratches and more scratches and more scratches. So, led me to believe that maybe the track was deteriorating a little quickly than they thought it would at Northfield, but that's what you get, right? Now, some horses, you could race them on a plowed field. We could race them down the road here. You race them wherever you want. They'll be fine. But more times than not, that's not the case. So, especially, as I said, with such a quick, heavy freeze for a week or more, you're left with a lot of ice and water trapped in the track, and when it comes out, it can cause some real havoc. The track was closed at Northfield today. We could only jog on the back track, and the back track itself was so bad that partway through the morning, and this is the one thing I love about Jason Merriman and Jason McGinnis, and I love this about Harry, everybody. It doesn't matter, rain or shine, they're on the track. And Jason McGinnis comes up to me and says, hey, they're punching through that track, and it's not a very good track out there. Call it a day if we got to call it a day. I said, Jason, they all jogged yesterday? Yeah, everybody. Well, give them today off. Whoever's left and has a jog. Racehorses should go out and get a little exercise. The babies can have the day off. We'll jog them all Friday and train them Saturday if we can. It's been a rough week. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I have no idea what they're going to do with Mohawk. Are they going to have a chance to race tomorrow? Hope so. I know we got Stay Special in for sure. That's the only one there, but we have Patrick in here. Excuse me. We have Patrick in here and Unbeatable Kemp. I mean Meadows. So not a great week. I guess it could be worse. They could have raced bad, but they never get a chance to race at all. So a bit of a gap in their schedule. Some horses it won't hurt. Some horses it will, and we'll have to train them up. Horse like Unbeatable Kemp, I don't really want to miss tomorrow, right? Trying to get him into a place where he can get back into that class. We're waiting for the hammer to fall, so to speak, so we can get him back into that class and race him in the Almores of 10 out of the 9 hole. Not cool. But again, missing another week with him, also not cool. So we'll see. But it falls squarely in one category easily, and that is play the hand you're dealt. There's no races today, so we're not going to race. If they're racing tomorrow, we'll hopefully get a chance to. But we'll see. 57 Fahrenheit. So let me do the quick math, I believe. Forgive me, I believe that's around 12 degrees. 10 or 12 degrees Celsius in January. At a time when we're used to bundled up and freezing all day like we were last week. Now it's almost too hot for a toque. Weird weather. Weird weather indeed. Anyway, we'll look ahead to tomorrow and to the weekend and the start of next week. They draw bright and early tomorrow morning for Wednesday at the Meadows and Wednesday at Northfield Park, and then see if we can get things back moving in the right direction. Take care.